ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸುಳುಮ್ಗೆ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತು ವಾಗುತಂ ಗೆನಸ್ತೆ ಮಟ್ಟಕ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾ ಶರಫರ್ ಕೊತೆವಾನೆ ರೈಸ್ ಹೋಶುಂ ಹುರಿಯಾಕ ಅಮಿ ಕಮಲ ಸಾಜಿದಾ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಕೊಡ ವಗುತುಗಳಿಗೆ ತೇರೇಕ ಕಮಣ ಸರಹದ ವಡಾಗತ್ ಮಾ ಏಕೀಗ ಮಿ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸುಳು ಮಟ್ಟಕ ಮಿ ಪಾವಾ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾ ತಮ್ಮತಿ ಬೆಫ್ನಾ ಹಮೆ ಅವಾಗುತಂ ಗೆನಸ್ತೆನ ಮಿ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕಿ ದಿವಿರಾಜ್ಸೆಗ ದಂಡರ ಕಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿನಾ ಫುಳಾ ಕುರ್ಮಟ್ಟಕ ಮೈನ್ ಗೊತೆಕ ಇಲ್ಮಿ ನಜರ್ ಕೊಮ್ಮಿ ಕಮ ಪಲಾಮಿ ಎಳೆಂ ಹುರಿಫಿಯವತಕ ಗುಳೆಗ ತಮ ಶರಾ ಕೊರೆ ಮಟ್ಟಕ ಪಾವಾ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದಿ ಕಮ ಗುಳೆ ದಾಯರಾಗೆ ಹಮ ಇಸ್ಫರಾತ ಮಿ ಕಮ್ ಕಹನುತ ಮಿ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ का पैवेरे वाकं फाकुले कॉन्फ्रेंस कोरिया दागो त पलाला रुका मी कॉन्फ्रेंस का कौमी यूनिवर्सिटी के वाइस चांसलर डॉक्टर आयशा शहनाज के वाकफ देखे वंग ओन्नाने अदि हम मिनिस्टर ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड एनिमल वेलफेयर डॉक्टर मारिया मारिया के वाकफ देखे वंग ओन्नाने एगे इतुरा हरे सोशम हुरिया के अमकबल साजिदा मोहम्मद के वाकफ देखे वंग मी कॉन्फ्रेंस का ओन्नाने मी कॉन्फ्रेंस के देराज से कौमी यूनिवर्सिटी या हम मी दायरा का मसके कुरा फरात का अदि इस्लामिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर फूड सिक्योरिटी कोडिंग मी कोरिया केंदा कॉन्फ्रेंस कम अमी कॉन्फ्रेंस का इस्लामी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर फूड सिक्योरिटी के डायरेक्टर जनरल के वाहक फुदेक्के मुविस कोरिया ताने अदे राज्य का ताडर कम के सीना फुला कुरमट्टका अगिना मसकेत के कुरमन दायर का मी दायरा जुवानो निर्मा मी दायरा थाउदी मी गोतुं मी बेनुवा हुनर तरकी कुरम के गिना मसकेत के विस कौमी यूनिवर्सिटी या कुडिगिंग अधम मी कमा गुले वुसारा कुडिगिंग मी वनी फिशिगिंग गोसे गोतुं मीडिया आरोग्य तेरेका मी कमा गुले एपस मेनुत MOU विस सरकार कौमी यूनिवर्सिटी अदे मदवनी कायम कोफा मी बसुमगे एम्मे बोडु बेनुम कविस मेगे मेदनी तिरासी नजरकुं अम्मी कमा पालालो मैंग गोतेक्का तंडुरिकमगे सिनाय राज्य का कुरियरु मट्टका मी होरी गोंजहन तदेनेगतमा अदे मिहारु राज्य का तंडुरिकमगे हालतु मी ओय कोइग तिरासा को देनेगतुं अदे मी दायरा एम्मी बेनुवा तंब्रेन त दिनुमा हासकुते गजुवानु मी दायरा नेरुमकी मीगा ए मकसद के कोतुका फाहग कुरिवे अदे तंडुरिकम अम्मे पालालर का तंडुरिकम की राज्य का एम्मे कुरे सुरे खास सिनाते के कोतुका तरगी वमुं ए दायरा एहनमिस फहकं ऐसा हम मी दायरा मीगे इतुरु सिनायतंग अमा एकीगा कोम्मे विसरक मियागुलिगे कुरेमुं दा मसकेता मादुकं फाहक्कोलवे नमिस मिहारो अनेक्काविस नडुर कमागुले मसकेतं इतुरं हर्दना कुरुमगे मसकेतके मि वनी फेशिගෙන් ගොස් එගතුන් එමෙ නියුන් අල්මෙන් බලාලා ඉරුකවිස් තඬුරකම්ගේ එමි සිනාතා ගුලේ එගතුන් මසකෙත කුරිය ගෙන්දුමට්ට කාස ෆැකල්ටියෙන් උෆෙද්දුම්ගේ මසකෙවිස් කුරිය ගෙන්ද බොන්දාකන් එමෙ නියුන් හම ෆාහක කුරමුන්දේ එගතුන් මීදිය අහරුගේ ඩිසෙම්බර් මහුගා මිනුගේ චාන්සලර්ගේ මි ෆාහ කුරවා බයිකන්තත කල්මෙන් බලාලා ඉරුකවිස් එම්මෙ නියුගා තඬුවරික මට්ටක ખાસ ફેકલ્ટી કાયમ કુරුમકે માસકે કમાગુડે ઓણીગડે કુලවාમકે માસકે મેවગુતો એબા કુરિය ගෙන්දે එහෙනමස් ફેકલ્ટી එන්නෙන් නමවස් තඬුවරික කමාගුඩේ કોස්ත ෆරමා කුරවි કોස්ත කුරිය ගෙන්දුම්ගේ මාසકે තමිහාරුස් මෙවනි ෆෙෂිගෙන් ගොස්ස එගතුන් අමාලේග මිහුණ කැම්පස් තක ආදි හම අතොඩ තකුගේ බයි කැම්පස් තහුකවස් අදඬුවරික කමාගුඩේ බයි કોස්ත ෆරමා කුරවි මෙවගුतो සම කුරිය තාකම් ෆා කුරවේ हमें तिबेफना हमें आवागुतों गेनिस्तम में गेंदनी क्लाइमेट रेसिलिएंट एग्रीकल्चर फॉर फूड सिक्योरिटी इन मालदीव्स हमें कॉन्फ्रेंस फेटो मटका हमें पावा रस्मिया तो हमें रस्मिया शरफ फिर कोते नहीं रिसोर्चम हो रहा हमें कमलों साजिदा मोहम्मद कुछ वक्त को लेके तेरे का हमें कॉन्फ्रेंस वेश के दुमा की काल में तिबेफना हमें कॉन्फ्रेंस वागुतों गेनिस्तेना अदे मी कॉन्फ्रेंस के एम बोर्ड बेनम कविस वेगे मीदानी कमा गुडों हरी फरातंग इतना कुंबद्दल वे राज्य का मी दायरा फुला कुरमटका मी हरी कोंजहन तत्तेने कतमा अदि इतुरा मी दायरा कुरियनु मबेनु वा कंकपकी कोबातो बला मशरा कुरमटका मी पावा कॉन्फ्रेंस अदि हम फाह कोल्वे मी तडुर कमा गुलेगु तुंडा अच्चेका मी पावा कॉन्फ्रेंस तनवता मी दायरा गुलेगु तुंग मशरा कुरमा मी पावा कॉन्फ्रेंस जुमला को मद कहनमिस मी मासकत की मी के फेशुमे के कोतुका हम एमेनियो विस एबा फाह कुरे मी कॉन्फ्रेंस के तेरें आदिरासी नजर कुम बलालाने राज्य का मी वगुतो मी तडुर कम के हालत के दे रस्मियात का पैर वडागत मटका रहे सोचम हो रहा हमें कमलों साजिदा मोहम्मद मिहार हमें वनी हम मी कॉन्फ्रेंस कुरियता होला वडाफा कुड वक्त कोले के तेरे का मी रस्मियात फिश माय की काल में तिबेफना हमें अवागुतों के नस्तेना मी रस्मियात का हरे सोचम हो रहा हमें कमलों के वाहक फुल देख के वंगना नदिए फो एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर के वाहक फुल देख के वे समा कुरियता निकं वाहक कोला के दायराएं तिरासी नजर कुंबलाला राज्य का मिवगुत में आगुलिगे हुरी गुंजवन तक आगुले कोतुं टेक्निकल लेवल देगा मशवरा कुरुमट्टका हम अपावा कॉन्फ्रेंस का फाहकुले है सब मेरा स्नेहत वागुतों के रस्तेना
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا سمعوا ما أنزل إلى الرسول ترى أعينهم تفيض من الدمع مما عرفوا من الحق يقولون ربنا آمنا فاكتبنا مع الشاهدين. وما لنا لا نؤمن بالله وما جاءنا من الحق ونطمع أن يدخلنا ربنا مع القوم الصالحين. فأثابهم الله بما قالوا جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها وذلك جزاء المحسنين. والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب الجحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تحرموا طيبات ما أحل الله لكم ولا تعتدوا إن الله لا يحب المعتدين. وكلوا مما رزقكم الله حلالا طيبا واتقوا الله الذي أنتم به مؤمنون. صدق الله العظيم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Madam Sajida Mohammed, Vice Chancellor Dr. Aishat Shahnaz Adam, Deputy Vice Chancellors, the Director General of the Islamic Organization for Food Security, His Excellency Barik Areen, Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished keynote speakers, presenters, participants, and invitees. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good morning to you all. My name is Aishat Shubha Minhaj, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the opening ceremony of the Conference on Climate Resilient Agriculture for Food Security in the Maldives. And I will be the MC of this conference. A very warm welcome to you all. We began our proceedings with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Al-Qari Abdul Rahman Yunus. Thank you, Al-Qari Abdul Rahman. May I now respectfully invite the Vice Chancellor of the Maldives National University, Dr. Aishat Shahnaz Adam, to deliver the welcoming remarks. Dr. Aishat Shahnaz Adam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Guest of honor, First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Madam Sajida Mohammed, Director General of the Islamic Organization for Food Security, His Excellency Erin Berrick, Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, keynote speakers, conference participants, distinguished invitees, heads, staff, and students of the Maldives National University. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all to the conference on climate resilient agriculture for food security in the Maldives. With a special welcome to our international participants, keynote speakers, to the Maldives and to MNU. We hope you will have a wonderful stay in the Maldives. We are deeply honored to have the First Lady of the Maldives, Madam Sajida Mohammed, as our chief guest today. Her presence emphasizes the significance of this initiative, and we sincerely appreciate her commitment to advancing food security and climate resilience in the Maldives. Given her expertise in this field, we look forward to her valuable insights and words of inspiration. Thank you, Madam Sajida, for gracing this occasion as our guest of honor. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the Director General of IOFS and his team for the collaboration with MNU to host this conference. A special thank you to Dr. Abdulaziz for his instrumental role in organizing this conference. A warm welcome as well to our esteemed keynote speakers, whose expertise will greatly enrich our discussions on climate-smart agriculture. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Maldives, with its fragile environment, stands at the front line of climate change. These challenges pose significant threats to our natural ecosystems and food security. With nearly 90% of our food supply imported, the adoption of climate-resilient agriculture practices is no longer a choice, but a necessity. The COVID-19 pandemic further exposed our vulnerabilities, reinforcing the urgency of self-reliance and sustainability. This conference, in collaboration with IOFS, provides a crucial platform to assess our vulnerabilities, explore climate-smart agricultural solutions, and foster meaningful partnerships. Our goal is to establish a collaborative network and develop policy recommendations that will strengthen food security in the Maldives. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at MNU, we are committed to advancing agricultural education and research. In partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Welfare, we have planned food security research and other programs to be conducted at MNU. And with the support from the High Commission of Pakistan in the Maldives and Arid Agriculture University of Rawalpindi, Islamabad, Pakistan, we introduced advanced certificate programs in agriculture last year. We have plans to expand to diploma and degree programs in the near future in agriculture and food sciences. My sincere appreciation goes to Professor Muhammad Azam Khan and his team for their contributions. Furthermore, we are actively working towards establishing a Faculty of Agriculture and Food Sciences in Toddu, a key agricultural island in the Maldives. This initiative will equip future professionals with the expertise needed for sustainable agricultural practices. I extend my gratitude to the Toddu Council and the local community for their unwavering support in this endeavor. I would also like to express my profound gratitude to His Excellency President Dr. Mohammad Muiz for his visionary leadership in strengthening food security in the Maldives. His commitment to agricultural resilience and self-sufficiency is instrumental in shaping a more secure and sustainable future for our nation. Once again, on behalf of MNU, I extend my heartfelt thanks to IOFS, Government of Maldives, and all our partners and participants, and the effort and hard work of different departments of MNU for making this event possible. Let this conference serve as a catalyst for change, one that fosters innovative solutions, empowers communities, and strengthens our food systems against future uncertainties. As Chef Jose and Andre rightly said, food is national security, food is economy, and food is everything. I wish you all an inspiring and productive conference. Thank you, and wassalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. May I now kindly invite the Minister of Agriculture and Animal Welfare, Dr. Mariam Maria, to deliver her address. Dr. Mariam Maria.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Guest of honor, the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Her Excellency Madam Sajida Mohammed, Vice Chancellor Dr. Aishat Shehnaz Adam, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Director General of the Islamic Organization of Food Security, His Excellency Berik Arin, Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished keynote speakers, presenters, participants, and invitees, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good morning to you all. First, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Maldives National University for organizing this critical forum on climate resilient agriculture and food security in the Maldives. Your dedication to addressing one of the most pressing challenges facing our nation today is truly commendable. This gathering of minds is both timely and essential as we work together to safeguard the future of food in the Maldives. For generations, agriculture has been woven into the fabric of Maldivian society, sustaining our communities and fostering resilience in a unique and challenging environment. Our forefathers, who arrived on these pristine islands over 2,500 years ago, demonstrated remarkable ingenuity in cultivating food on our coral islands. They perfected coconut cultivation, developed sophisticated systems for growing taro in pits to protect against salt spray, and selected drought-resistant varieties of finger millet and screw pine. Their profound understanding of the delicate balance between ocean and land, guided by the traditional Nakai weather calendar system, sustained our communities for centuries. Today, however, agriculture contributes only 1.2% to our GDP, which is a stark reminder of the challenges we face in sustaining our agricultural heritage in a rapidly changing world. The scale of our challenge is significant, as documented by the Ministry of Environment, Energy in our second national communication to the UNFCCC. Our low-lying geography makes us particularly vulnerable to climate change impacts. With 80% of our land area less than 1 meter above sea level, rise in seas and increase in soil salinity pose existential threats to our agricultural capacity. Our heavy dependence on food imports, approximately 90% of our food supply, places us in a precarious position, as highlighted by the World Bank's Climate Change Action Plan for the Maldives 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic further emphasized this vulnerability, exposing the critical need for a more resilient domestic food production system. The challenges in Maldivian agriculture are significant, but not impossible. Geographically, our limited arable land, our scarce freshwater resources make conventional farming difficult, while our unique island geography adds layers of complexity, particularly in terms of logistics. High transportation costs, both for the inputs of our farmers need and the output they produce, limit competitiveness and affordability, especially on rural islands. Labor shortages further compound these challenges, with only 7,600 farmers registered nationwide and youth participation at just 6.9%. The question of how to revitalize agriculture to make it attractive and feasible for young people is one of the most important challenges we must address. In response to these challenges, our government, under the leadership of His Excellency President Dr. Mohamed Moise, has been actively developing strategic initiatives to support sustainable agriculture. One significant intervention is the establishment of an agricultural economic zone where we aim to create economies of scale, foster competitive practices, and integrate climate-smart technologies. By centralizing agricultural activities and implementing advanced practices like vertical farming, hydroponics, and precision irrigation, we hope to make Maldivian agriculture more efficient, resilient, and capable of meeting our nation's needs. Embracing technology is essential. By harnessing soil testing laboratories and ICT platforms, we can optimize land use, improve crop yields, and make informed decisions that support sustainable growth. With climate-smart practices, we not only increase productivity, but also build resilience against the growing threats posed by climate change, such as rising sea levels and erratic weather patterns. The FAO's partnership program has helped us develop resilient farming methods that can withstand changing weather patterns while preserving our limited natural resources. Strengthening our agricultural workforce is another priority. We are committed to engaging young people and empowering women to take an active role in agriculture. By integrating agricultural knowledge into our education system and offering specialized training, we encourage our youth to see agriculture as a viable and rewarding career. For women, entrepreneurship programs to provide skills development, financing, and market access will play a very important role in empowering them to launch and grow agricultural businesses. Home-based farming solutions such as small-scale hydroponics offer an innovative approach to food security. Not only can these methods boost household food production, especially in urban areas, but they also reduce our reliance on imports and bring us closer to food self-sufficiency. We also see great potential in strengthening the link between agriculture and a thriving tourism sector. Many resorts and hotels depend on fresh produce, and encouraging local sourcing could offer our farmers a stable and lucrative market. Establishing fair pricing policies will benefit both the tourism sector and local farmers, creating a mutually beneficial ecosystem that supports local agricultural growth. To turn these visions into reality, we must ensure that our farmers have access to affordable financing and markets. Favorable credit lines, grants, and other financial support can empower our farmers to invest in modern technologies and increase productivity. Improving market access, both locally and within the tourism industry, will be essential for creating sustainable and profitable agricultural businesses. Sustainability and biosecurity are paramount in all our efforts. By enhancing veterinary care, enforcing biosecurity measures, and promoting responsible resource management, we aim to safeguard our agricultural ecosystem. These actions will ensure that we not only increase production today, but also preserve our resources for future generations. The World Bank's assessment shows that every dollar invested in climate-resilient agriculture yields multiple returns in food security, economic stability, and environmental protection. This is not just about growing more food. It is about honoring our ancestors' legacy while building a resilient agricultural sector that can support our nation for generations to come. It is about preserving our sovereignty and our way of life in the face of climate change. When our forefathers faced challenges, they adapted and innovated while staying true to their values and understanding of these islands. Now it is our turn. I commit to supporting this vital transformation. However, this is not just a government initiative, it is a national movement that requires the participation of every citizen. Whether you're a farmer, a resort operator, a student, or simply someone who cares about the future of our nation, you have a role to play in this transformation. Our vision is clear: a self-sufficient, resilient, and competitive agricultural sector that contributes meaningfully to our nation's food security. This vision depends on innovation, technology, and education. We must empower our youth and women, support entrepreneurial endeavors, and promote sustainable practices to secure long-term growth. Thank you once again to the Maldives National University for providing this invaluable platform for discussion and collaboration. With collective effort, I'm confident that we can transform our agricultural sector into a pillar of resilience and pride for our nation. The Maldives can and will build a food-secure, climate-resilient future that honors our past while embracing innovation, inshallah. The time for action is now. We must make our ancestors proud by ensuring that their descendants can continue to thrive on these beloved islands for generations to come. Thank you, and may Allah bless the Maldives. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you, Dr. Mariam Maria. May I now kindly invite the Director General of the Islamic Organization for Food Security, His Excellency Barik Erin, to deliver his address. Ambassador Barik Erin.
The guest of honor, First Lady of the Maldives, Her Excellency Madam Sajida Mohammed, honorable ministers, Her Excellency Dr. Aisha Shehnaz Adam, the Vice Chancellor of the Maldives National University, Excellencies, distinguished experts and colleagues, dear participants and invitees, students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very good morning to all. I am honored to be here today in the Maldives, a nation of breathtaking beauty, rich culture, and remarkable resilience. I would like to express my gratitude to the government of the Republic of Maldives and the Maldives National University for their dedication in organizing this timely and significant event. This conference is a vital step towards addressing the pressing challenges of food security and climate resilience in this country and across the member states of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The Maldives, as an island nation of more than 1,000 coral islands, faces a unique set of environmental and economic challenges. Climate change poses an existential threat to the country, affecting its land, water, food security, and economic stability. Rising sea levels threaten agricultural land and freshwater sources, while saltwater intrusion makes traditional farming increasingly difficult. With over 90% of its food imported, the Maldives is highly vulnerable to global market fluctuations, supply chain disruptions, and economic shocks. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed these vulnerabilities further, showing us how essential it is to build sustainable food systems that are local, resilient, and adaptable. Distinguished participants, the Islamic Organization for Food Security was founded by the OIC to assist its member states in achieving food security through cooperation, knowledge sharing, investment, and policy support. Our goal is to build sustainable agricultural systems that not only enhance food production, but also safeguard the environment and empower local communities. We at IFS recognize that food security is not just about producing more food. It's about ensuring access to nutritious, affordable, and sustainable food sources for all. For small island nations like the Maldives, the challenges are immense, but so are the opportunities. Through investment in climate-smart agriculture, improved fisheries management, and technological innovations, we can transform these challenges into strengths. Ladies and gentlemen, climate change is not a distant issue, it's happening now. Our response must be bold, urgent, and forward-thinking. Climate-smart agriculture is an essential approach that allows us to increase food production while minimizing environmental impact and ensuring long-term sustainability. We must build food systems that are resistant to climate shocks, environmentally sustainable, and economically viable. At IFS, we focus on 3 key areas to support the agriculture in the island region. First, enhancing agricultural productivity, which embrace encouraging hydroponic and vertical farming, which requires minimal land and fresh water while increasing food production. Developing salt-tolerant crops and aquaculture as viable alternatives for food production in island nations. Next, strengthening sustainable fisheries management to ensure a stable food supply for coastal communities. Second, capacity building and knowledge transfer through conducting training programs for farmers, researchers, and policymakers to implement climate-resilient agriculture techniques. Connecting universities with research institutions in OIC member states to foster knowledge sharing and innovation. Supporting data-driven agriculture practices, AI-based climate monitoring, and digital solutions to enhance farming efficiency. Third, investment and policy support aimed at mobilizing funds for climate-smart agriculture projects that strengthen food security in the country. Encouraging policy reforms that promote sustainable food systems and incentivize climate-friendly agriculture investments. Strengthening regional cooperation among small island nations to share best practices and develop joint strategies for food security resilience. Dear participants, as we gather here today, we have the opportunity to create meaningful partnerships that go beyond dialogue and lead to tangible actions. The Maldives can serve as a model for sustainable agriculture in small island nations, and IFS is committed to supporting its journey. We are prepared to facilitate joint research programs between Maldivian institutions and OIC agriculture research centers, assist in the development of national food security strategies tailored to climate-vulnerable regions, create a collaborative platform where small island nations can exchange innovative ideas and effective solutions. The Maldives is not alone in this struggle. Many of OIC member states face similar challenges, whether in Africa, the Middle East, or Asia. We must work together, learn from one another, and build solutions that address our shared challenges. Recognizing the existential threat posed by climate change, IFS will ensure that the critical issues affecting the Maldives, including rising sea levels, land loss, saltwater intrusion, and extreme weather events, are raised in all OIC meetings. By advocating for urgent action and mobilizing resources at the regional level, we aim to draw greater attention to the unique vulnerabilities of island nations and secure meaningful commitments to support their adaptation efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to wait. The threats posed by climate change demand immediate and collective action. Our discussions must translate into real-world solutions that improve the lives of farmers, fishermen, and food producers in the Maldives and beyond. I call upon governments to prioritize investment in climate-smart agriculture projects, academia and research institutions to work together on innovation solutions, private sector partners to support sustainable food production and local agribusiness, and local communities to embrace climate-resilient practices and drive change at the grassroots level. The Maldives has an opportunity to lead by example in building a sustainable, climate-resilient food system, and IFS stands ready to support this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, over the next 2 days, we will focus on key areas critical for food security and climate adaptation in small island nations like the Maldives. Our program will highlight climate-smart agriculture for oceanic communities, featuring innovations and best practices suited for small islands nations. We will also explore sustainable land and water management in islands, presenting effective techniques for preserving these vital resources in tropical environments. Another essential focus is agriculture and climate impact, where experts will discuss strategies to mitigate climate risks in fisheries and ensure sustainable fishery resources. Lastly, sustainable horticulture will be addressed, emphasizing eco-friendly farming methods to boost food security while maintaining ecological balance. Through expert-led presentations, panel discussions, and collaborative networking sessions, this conference, inshallah, will aim to produce actionable recommendations for advancing climate-resilient agriculture in the Maldives. The insights gained will guide future policies and initiatives strengthening food security strategies in both the Maldives and other OIC member states facing similar environmental challenges. Before concluding, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to the First Lady, Madam Sajida Mohammed, the Minister of Agriculture and Animal Welfare, and all esteemed ministers for their invaluable support in organizing this conference. I'd like to take a moment also to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished speakers, panelists, and participants. Your expertise and commitment are invaluable in shaping solutions that will improve food security in the Maldives and beyond. I also thank our organizing partners, the Maldives National University and government of the Maldives, for their dedication in making this conference a reality. Your contributions and active participation over the next 2 days will be instrumental in driving impactful change. I encourage everyone here to engage fully, share insights, and collaborate towards building a sustainable and food secure future for all. Finally, I want to reaffirm IFS' unwavering commitment to working alongside with government of the Maldives in its academic institutions and its farmers in building a stronger, more resilient agricultural sector. Together, we can create a future where food security is a reality, not just a goal. I look forward to the fruitful discussions, partnership, and action plans that will emerge from this gathering. May this conference serve as the beginning of the long-lasting collaboration towards the food secure, climate resilience Maldives. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Ambassador. I now respectfully invite the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Madam Sajida Mohammed, to address the participants and the distinguished invitees of the conference. Madam Sajida Mohammed.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Minister of Agriculture and Animal Welfare, Dr. Mariam Maria, Cabinet Ministers, Director General of Islamic Organization for Food Security Ambassador Berik Arin, Vice Chancellor of the Maldives National University, Dr. Aishat Shehnaz Adam, distinguished guests, participants of the conference, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very good morning to you all. I wish to thank the organizers at the Maldives University and the Islamic Organization for Food Security for inviting me as the chief guest to kick off this esteemed conference, convening policymakers, industry experts, and academia for discussion on advancing climate resilient agriculture and food security in the Maldives. We know that the agriculture sector was one of the key primary resources of sustenance for many Maldivian families, even in the Greater Mali region, before tourism took off in the late 1970s. It still holds a lot of promise in terms of both food security, economic returns. This is particularly true as showcased by the COVID-19 pandemic that brought our economy to a near standstill. With 90% of our food supply consisting of imported products, our vulnerability to global market fluctuations and supply-side disruptions became ever more apparent. The pandemic therefore underscored the urgency to diversify our economy as a means to cushion the impact of external shocks as that of the pandemic. When we speak about agriculture, the agricultural sector and practices in the Maldives, we simply cannot ignore the impact of climate change that pose the foremost challenge to a thriving agricultural sector. Our low-lying islands not only limit arable land for agricultural practices, rising sea level and ensuing salination of fresh water, global heating, and related breeding of zoonotic diseases affect healthy yields. The turn to chemical-ridden fertilizers to boost growth only serves to hinder sustainable, climate-friendly agricultural practices. The impurities in the fertilizers further contaminating what remains of our fresh water and our soil. The time is ripe to figure out ways to overcome these challenges that limit our agricultural sector. We must focus on establishing a well-rounded, sustainable, climate-smart agricultural sector that can withstand the impacts of natural disasters. This is what this conference is for. So, what does the future hold if we can put our minds to finding feasible solutions? As the practitioners in the attendance here would agree, solution, be it water, soil, crop management, must be tailored to the strengths and vulnerabilities of our unique small island geography. The geography of our small islands, combined with the dispersion of islands, make it challenging for farmers in the islands to bring their produce to larger markets and profit from it. Our farmer needs capacity building on sustainable farming practices to enhance resilience against climate impacts, investments, and simply a belief in them to make them successful. Let us educate ourselves more on community and policy levels, and with that bring in industry expertise to cultivate across the nation aquaculture, hydroponics, vertical farming, and biochar practices. Such technologies are already adopted elsewhere, similarly ridden by land and other natural resources constraints, and have shown fruitful results. We must take lessons from best practices and emulate them tailored to our local context. Ensuring long-term food security has profound health benefits, particularly in preventing non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Access to a consistent supply of nutritious food helps maintain a balanced diet, which is crucial for overall health and well-being. This awareness and understanding the importance for our public to make healthy lifestyle choices. Such healthy food consumption habits should of course be supported by taking special precaution to not compromise food safety standards when formulating our national plans to promote climate resilient agriculture in the Maldives. Distinguished guests, I hope that this conference is off to a good start to consolidate a work in partnership between the academic communities and practitioners in the Maldives and IOFS. International cooperation is crucial for addressing challenges we face. IOFS fosters collaboration to enhance food security, sustainable agriculture, and climate resilience. I thank IOFS for being here with us today. I hope that this partnership will be constructive for our endeavor to formulate a comprehensive roadmap for implementing climate-smart agricultural practices. I believe that this roadmap will pave the way forward to come up with smart farming strategies and practices that are consistent with environment-friendly land and water use, so essential to guarantee the longevity of a well-functioning, economically productive, and socially just agricultural sector. President Dr. Mui's ambitious initiatives to plant 5 million trees underscores the government's dedication to safeguarding our nation, bolstering the agricultural sector, and ensuring economic stability and food security. As we strive towards becoming a developed nation, it is imperative to reduce our dependence on external support and imported food, and instead cultivate a self-sustaining ecosystem. We must ensure that our local farmers, entrepreneurs, and communities have access to the latest information and technological advancements, empowering them to adopt smart and efficient solutions. Additionally, embracing AI in the agriculture and revolutionize farming by enhancing precision, optimizing resource use, and boosting productivity, ultimately fostering a more sustainable and resilient food system. Distinguished guests, that brings me to my last, but certainly not the least point, one that I cannot emphasize enough. Any roadmap to diversify our economy by promoting our agriculture sector must incorporate, alongside technological innovations, rural farming knowledge that have worked for generations. What I mean is, our outlook for the next generation must be affable to our local context, our environment, and our people. Women, for instance, are largely involved in farming, particularly in remote islands, meaning that any vision to integrate technological solutions for sustainable agriculture must equip women and local communities. Equally essential is ensuring that entrepreneurs in local communities, especially women, have access to necessary finance to utilize such technologies and expand small farming setups. This way, we can ensure that our agricultural sector is nationwide and inclusive, and the benefits of which is reaped across the population. I extend my heartfelt wishes for a successful series of discussion today and tomorrow. I am confident that the outcomes of this crucial conference will significantly contribute to the Maldives' climate-smart agriculture initiatives. These initiatives are pivotal in our collective efforts to ensure long-term food security and sustainable for our nation. Conferences such as this provide a vital platform for discourse and exchange of ideas. Such gatherings are essential for informed decision-making and policy formulation. They enable us to address pressing issues with the collaborative spirit and innovative thinking. I would like to express my profound gratitude to the Maldives National University for its valuable role in facilitating these discussions. The university commitment to fostering dialogue and contributing to nation building is truly commendable. Thank you all for the participation and dedication. Let us work together towards a brighter, more sustainable future for the Maldives. I thank you all.
Thank you, First Lady, for your address. Your insightful words resonate deeply with us, inspiring both hope and a commitment to action. May I now kindly request the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Research and Enterprise, Dr. Rahima Abdul Rahim, to deliver the closing remarks. Dr. Rahima Abdul Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Honorable guest of honor, the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Madam Sajida Mohammed, Vice Chancellor Dr. Aishat Shehnaz Adam, His Excellency Berik Erin, Director General of the Islamic Organization for Food Security, Honorable Ministers, distinguished keynote speakers, esteemed presenters, participants, and invitees, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As we conclude this opening ceremony, I extend my deepest gratitude to all of you for joining us today at this event on climate resilient agriculture for food security in the Maldives. This event stands a testament to our shared commitment to addressing the pressing challenges of food security in small island developing states, particularly in the face of climate change. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Madam Sajida for gracing this event. I also like to thank the Islamic Organization for Food Security for their invaluable support and collaboration in making this event possible. Your dedication to enhancing food security across the region is truly commendable. My heartfelt thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Aishat Shehnaz Adam, for her steadfast leadership and unwavering support in advancing research and academic excellence. A special note of gratitude to Professor Muhammad Azam Khan and Dr. Abdul Aziz for their insightful contributions, as well as for their dedication in planning and supporting the symposium, ensuring its success. I would also like to extend my appreciation to our distinguished keynote speakers for their valuable insights and contributions. This event would not have been possible without the tireless efforts of our Research Development Office, whose dedication and hard work have been instrumental in shaping and executing this event. Their commitment to fostering research excellence and facilitating knowledge exchange has been truly commendable. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to the marketing team, secretariat, procurement team, and IT team, and facilities management. Your efforts behind the scenes have ensured the seamless organization of this important event, making it a resounding success. As we move forward with the sessions ahead, I encourage each of you to engage in meaningful discussions, form new collaborations, and contribute to the development of sustainable solutions for a more food secure future. Thank you once again for your presence and participation. I wish you all a fruitful event. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Deputy Vice-Chancellor. This concludes the opening ceremony. On behalf of the Maldives National University, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for your presence and participation. Refreshment will be served at the FHTS E-Building Level 3. The keynote session on the impact of climate change on small island developing states' food security will begin at 11:15 a.m. Please be seated in the seminar room at level 2 of the Central Administration Building by 11:05 a.m. I wish you all a fruitful conference and a pleasant day. May I now respectfully request the audience to rise for the national anthem.
salam qaumi miyekuveri kammati tibegen kurime salam qaumi bahungina he dua kuramun kurime salam nasra nasiba kamiyab geram zakam himene fesaratai hudaigi fenumun kurime salam qaumi miyekuveri kammati tibegen kurime salam qaumi bahungina he dua kuramun kurime salam
Amenti befna hame wagutum mi genisini climate resilient agriculture for food security in Maldives mi conference feshumuge rasmiyatu rasmiyat fatade wafani resource horiage abekambalo sajida Muhammad aykamana waqfulan nan balala iruga rajyege danduwerikamge miharuge halatu ekvani sifakura wafati azamani goettan ashegennewma adema timavitta ratte goettaka danduwerikam kurumge mohimuka kamana wani fahaga kura wafa adi zamani technology ekeke dirasatoge alega mi hoda hoduntoge macha pinako a policy ta qaim kurma adi muli rajya mi sina itura fula kurma gule gutuna rajyain miharu rajyain berun kabotake hoduma mi barosawan kuda kurmata kanegen hori afiyawataka ekamge muhimukama ekmanawani alalu fala wafa ade admen tibefna hame wagutu mi genestini hama food security climate resilient agriculture for food security in Maldives conference feshumuge mi rasmiyatu emenu wagutu mi hasabun mi genesten live ni mala fan wakvelana na farataka sara bajaragut kulakede assalamu alaikum
PSM ಗೆ ಟಿವಿ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ತಕ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ತ ಮಿಹ